Hello students, please open your English Bal Bharati textbook.
We are going to learn a new lesson of from English Standard 6, that is autobiography of a great Indian bustard. In composition part we have written a lot of biography on various topics. Now let us learn about autobiography. What is meant by an autobiography? For this, we will divide the words autobiography in three parts, that is auto, bio, and graphy. In the word auto means self, the word bio means life, and graphy means writing self. So we could interrupt as a story autobiography means it means the story of my life. Here is the autobiography of a great Indian bustard, and it is written by himself, means by a bustard. So let us listen to his story from his own words. Let us begin. Autobiography of a great Indian bustard. Which is the heaviest flying bird in India? Well, friends, it's me, the great Indian bustard. I feel proud to be known as a great Indian bustard. I have more than 30 different names in various Indian languages. In Marathi, I am known as Maldok or I can weigh up to 18 kilos and can stand up to 4 feet in height, reaching up to your shoulders or even higher. I have got a long white neck, brown wings, tall yellow legs, and a black cap on my head. My wife, Mrs. Bustard, is smaller and slimmer than I am, and her neck is not white. But I have heard humans say that we both look very impressive. Here, the great Indian bustard is asking us a question, which is the heaviest flying bird in India, and tells us, well, friends, it's me, the great Indian bustard, which tells us proudly the heaviest flying bird in India. So, it's proud to be given the title as Great Indian Bird. Further, he says that in different parts of India, it has 30 different names. In Marathi, it is known as Maldok or It weighs up to 18 kilos and can stand up to 4 feet in height, which is almost equal if human being shoulders stand straight equal to his shoulders. It further describes that it has a long white neck and with brown wings, tall yellow legs, and a black cap on his head. Actually, cap means a cap like appearance, but they are feathers. Then he is comparing himself with his wife, means with a female bustard, which means the writer wants to make us understand that there is a difference between the male and the female bustard. Here, the male bustard is differentiating himself with the female bustard by introducing his wife, that my wife female bustard is smaller and slimmer, means the male bustard is taller, and also tells us that her neck is not wide, where my neck is wide. But yes, I have heard that humans saying that we both look impressive and beautiful. So students, did you all understand the first para? What about the great Indian bustard? What he wants to say? He's saying about that he's introducing his wife. So if y'all have any questions to me, so y'all can ask. Yes, I'll wait for 2 more minutes. Okay. Yes, who wants to ask? Yes, the cap one, cap like it is actually it is looking as if the great Indian buster has wore a cap, but it means a cap like it is an appearance, but they are feathers. It just looks like it is a cap. He is wearing a cap. Okay. Any more questions? Okay. So shall I proceed further? Okay. Let us look in the next para. I live on grasslands and deserts along with my other friends, including chinkara, blackbuck, and larks. I eat everything, including snakes, lizards, small fruits, and berries, on all sorts of insects. That's a very healthy habit. But grasshoppers and beetles are my favorite food items. Here, the great Indian bustard tells us about his habitat where they live. They live on grasslands and on deserts, along with other animals like chinkara, blackbird, and lark. He also tells us his eating habits that he eats snakes, lizards, small fruits and berries, and also all sorts of insects. But among all these, his favorite food item is grasshopper and beetles. Yes, anyone want to ask any doubts? Yeah, please underline their eating habits and also the names of the animals, and please write it in your book itself so that it may be easy for you to learn the words very easily. Okay, any queries? Okay, would anyone like to say what would uh, where did the bustard would like to live? Yes, they would live on grasslands. Very good. And on deserts. With whom they would live? They would live with animals like chinkara, black buck. Yes, larks. Very good. And what were their eating habits? What you used to like to eat? Okay, snakes, lizards, small fruits, berries. Okay, and also all sorts of insects. Okay. But what was among this? What was his favorite food item? Can anyone say? Okay, very good. Grasshopper and beetles. Very good. So let us see the next para. Okay, if you all don't have any queries, so kindly we will go to the next para. Okay, shall I proceed? Okay. It's raining. We all gather at our favorite grasslands where there are no people to disturb us. I perform a wonderful dance by gulping air in this special feathery pouch attached below my neck. This pouch helps me to produce a reasoning sound similar to the one produced by the cow. I dance in joy with puffed out feathers and cocked up tails and dropped down wings. It helps me to impress my soulmates. So, in this paragraph, the great Indian bustard describes how he produces or give birth to his young ones, and the process of meeting in the rainy season. They all gather on grasslands where people don't disturb them. As all the people live in urban areas, so the grasslands are left barren. So he's telling that they find peace on grasslands where they perform dance by gulping air in special feathery pouch attached below the neck. The gulps means they swallow in or it inhales air and collects it in his neck. This pouch helps him to make sound similar to one produced by cow, that is by gulping air in his pouch like structure below layer his neck. He also tells us about how they attract their soulmates for meeting purposes, that they dance with puffed out feathers and cocked up tails and dropped down wings. So the female bustard gets attracted to the male. So students, as I'm reading the para, you too try to read it with me. Okay. So did you all get the meaning of gulp? The gulp means they swallow it or it inhales air and collects in his neck. Yes, here the gulp part B. Okay. Yes, more questions. It has a pouch there. Okay. And and also it makes a hum sound. Okay, any more questions? Yes. Yes, by taking the air in, there is a pouch like thing inside, structured layer. It is a structured layer in his neck. Okay, so let's start with the next para. Okay, let's begin with the next paragraph. Next. You know that we birds lay eggs and our young ones hatch out of eggs. Mother Great Indian Bustard lays just one egg directly on the ground. We don't believe in building nests, but we have a special trick to protect our eggs from predators. The eggs look like a stone. Monitored lizards, foxes, dogs, pigs, snakes, and eagles are enemies of my egg and chick. But my wife protects the egg from all of them. But the time our young ones hatches out the egg remains alive. There's plenty of grass swarming with insects, fresh food for my family, young ones or other birds soon flying away from the nest, but a great Indian bustard mother and chick stay together for nearly 1 year. The chick learns many good habits from his mother. In this paragraph, the great Indian bustard tells us that don't believe in building nest. Mother bird lays eggs on the ground directly. Like other birds, they do not hatch at once. Means mother bustard lays only one leg at a time, and the egg is protected from the predators by a special trick. The trick is the eggs which laid that the eggs look like a stone, so they are ignored by predators like monitor lizards, foxes, dogs, pigs, snakes, and eagles are enemies of the eggs and cheek, and they young ones hatch of the eggs as the rain arrives. There's plenty of grass swarming with insects, fresh food for his family, and hence the young ones is taken care for 1 year, and then only mother bustard leaves the bird. It is not like other birds where mother birds release the young ones soon. But in the case of bustard, they take care of the bird at least for 1 year, and then only they release their young ones. Yes, they release their egg, and after that, when the birds come out, they protect that bird at least for 1 year. They don't perform like other birds. How other birds leave the birds and go after few days. Okay, they take their care like as how your mother protects you. How they care, like the same way they protects. Okay, and please do underline the words which you all feel it's difficult, so for dictation words it will be helpful for you. Okay. Okay, let's start with the next para. You may have heard about a great human friend of ours, Dr. Salim Ali. He had even suggested that we should be given the status of national bird of our country, but the honor went to the beautiful relate that is the peacock. I am happy to tell you that I am a state bird of Rajasthan. We have got 10 centuries for protection, but sadly, our number is still going down. We used to live in all parts of India, but slowly the growing population of a man pushed us away from more than 90% of our home regions. We are afraid of hunters that kill us for fun. We also die due to electric power lines that we can't see even while flying. We are losing our homes. Today, we only have last 200 of us are left in the world. We need your support and love in order to survive. Can you help us? In this paragraph, the Great Indian Bastards introduces Dr. Salim Ali. Salim Ali is an Indian ornithologist. Ornithologist is a person who studies about the bird, and he is also known as Birdman of India. He has done research over birds, and he was the first one to do so. He is renowned person, and therefore the bastard is calling him as a friend, because he has studying from for the person's very long time. But Dr. Salim has suggested that the great Indian bustards should be given the status of national bird of a country. But as you all know, the honor of beautiful relative nation bird, that is peacock, but yet he feels very happy, but he feels very happy because he has given the status of the state bird of Rajasthan. Further, he tells us that his number is decreasing day by day. In order to conserve them, 10 centuries are being built up till now. And he also tells us that we used to live in all parts of India, but growing population have pushed us away. Means we have lost of our homes, villages. Also, we are worried to get hunter for fun. Sometimes we also die because of electric power lines, which we can't see while flying. And as a result, now only 200 of us are left in the world. So please support us. Yes, any queries? Yes, Salim Ali was an ornithologist. It means the person who studies lot of birds. Okay, he is also known as the Birdman of India. Yes. Now he's like the bird is saying like, please support us. Only 200 of them are left, and that too they are mostly in Rajasthan. Firstly, they were all over the world, but due to increase of population and as everyone are building and the societies, so no grasslands are left for them, so they all have shifted to Rajasthan. Okay, so we will move further. Let's see us in the last para. You can write letters to your leaders and make an appeal to help us. You can make by drawing and submit it to your teacher. You can discuss this with your parents. Come to see us at Sanctuary, because now you will not see us in other places. And who knows, if humans don't help us, none of us will be left on the earth. You will always see us in pictures. So here in the last paragraph, the Great Indian Bastard suggests us that we can write letters to our leaders who can appeal to help us. For this, you can make drawings and give us to me or your teacher, or you can discuss this with your parents. He also tells us that if you wish to see me again, come at Sanctuaries, as you cannot see it at other places, as very few of them are left now. Also can make posters, means through this Great Indian Bastards appealing that we should help him to conserve his population, so that they don't die or extinct like other birds. For this, we should build more sanctuaries. I hope, students, you have understood the information given in the lesson. The total lesson is about the Great Indian Bastard. So students, here the lesson is over. Please mark the important words which you all feel, and also please select means prepare for the question and answers. So when our classes will be there, I will take that part, and also I will share you all the question and answers. Okay, so we will stop here. Thank you.